Hello everyone and welcome back to the Amateur Baker and welcome to day 4 of Baker Day in February. Today is actually my birthday and you think that the smart thing would have been to make a birthday cake, which I kind of planned to do, and then when I was writing out everything that I wanted to make for this month, it just completely slipped my mind. But I have this book which I got off Amazon, which is 200 Cakes and Bakes. And because there's so many in here, I said to my boyfriend, pick a random number between, I think it was like 16 and 230 something. Because there was obviously like the contents page, so random page numbers. And he said 122, which happened to be this recipe here. To be completely honest with you though, I don't necessarily like pears. I don't really like the taste of them. We're gonna go with it anyway. You never know, I might end up liking pears from it. So let's go. You need to preheat the oven to 180, but it doesn't actually say that until like the third step. It says bake in a preheated oven to 180. I don't know why they don't just put that first. And then the first step is to beat the butter and sugar in a mixing bowl. 175 grams of caster sugar, 175 grams of butter at room temperature. I'm definitely out of practice of beating together butter and sugar because my arm is hurting and I've only been doing it for like a minute. And it says to gradually mix in alternate spoonfuls of beaten egg and flour until all has been added. 3 eggs that have already been beaten, 200 grams of self-raising flour. The recipe actually says to use 125 grams of white self-raising flour and 75 grams of wholemeal self-raising flour. But I don't have the wholemeal one, so I've just done the full quantity as white self-raising flour, and I'm hoping that it will be alright. Once all of that is mixed in, then says to add in the cocoa powder, so 25 grams of cocoa powder, orange rind and juice, and then spoon the mixture into a non-stick baking paper. No, I just didn't read that right. Into a roasting tin lined with non-stick baking paper. I am going to cheat and I'm going to use fresh orange juice out of a carton. There's not much rind in there, but it's just, I can't get it off the orange. So I'm just going to mix it all up anyway. Oh, that bit wasn't mixed. Now you might be wondering where the pears are going to come into it, because obviously it's chocolate, orange and pear. They go on top, so the next instruction is to actually cut each pear half into long thin slices and fan out slightly but keep together in their original shape. Carefully lift onto the top of the cake and arrange in 2 rows of 4. Well, that's not going to fit on my cake because I've done a slightly smaller tin, but I have already got the pears chopped up, and now we're just going to attempt to maybe fan them out. I'm just going to do one in like every sort of corner. Also this bit fell off, so yep, expertly fanned out. Oh, I broke a bit. Oh look, they're not going to fit. Should I just do 3? That's going to have to do. Then it says bake in a preheated oven for 30 to 35 minutes until well risen and cake springs back when gently pressed with a fingertip. So I'm going to go pop it in the oven, set a timer, and I'll check back in about half an hour to see how it's turned out. I'm back a couple of hours later. The cake has fully cooked and cooled. It doesn't quite look how it does with the recipe, so to just jog our memories a little bit, this is what it looks like in the book. This is our cake. It looks like a pumpkin. It looks like a very badly carved pumpkin. I think the fact that I can hold it up like this and it's not really falling out isn't necessarily a good sign as well. It smells really good. It smells like your typical chocolate orange flavour, because obviously that's what it is. I still think it's going to be alright. I think the issue is that I pushed the pears down into the mixture. I think I should have just placed them on top and then maybe it would have been fine. Or put it in like a bigger tin. But I am going to cut it. The sponge feels very... I was going to say spongy, but of course it feels spongy. It's a sponge cake. This is what we're working with. I'm going to try a little bit because, you know, after all, being my birthday, I need to try the cake that I've made for it. And I will actually try a bit with a pear in. So I'm going to go for this bit. It smells quite nice. I really, really don't like the pear. I don't know what it is. I don't like the texture of it. I don't like the flavour of it. The cake tastes amazing though. The cake tastes so much better. So I'll just be eating the cake that doesn't have the pear in. I would say that this recipe is pretty good. If you like pears, go for it. I really cannot stand the pears. But the chocolate cake is really nice, so that's obviously like a decent recipe. What you could do, if you don't like the pears, don't put the pears on top. I'm going to say that it worked out, just not really to my liking. That's all I'm going to say on it. I'm going to wrap this video up because I need to go drink some water to get that pear taste out of my mouth. Thank you for watching. Happy birthday to me. You would think I'd put a little bit more effort in and maybe have like a party hat and like a streamer or a party popper, but I didn't really plan that far ahead, so this is just me today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe so that you can see the other videos I've got planned for this month. Check out the playlist below for any videos that you might have missed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.